Hey guys, Kevin here. So you can see my system in the background of moving things around, but you know my rigs are all operating. Got two 1080 Ti's there, got four at the top, and I've got 24 1060 6 GB. So I've did some videos about that. You can see all the mining boxes, and I've got it all mining there. I've got the screen off just now. So that was a couple of weeks ago. In fact, it was maybe about a month ago now, where I showed you that video, and I showed you how about it. I did a video where I showed people how to build a mining rig, and set you up here because I am recording through my phone. So right, hopefully that's okay. Daylight bulbs so you can see me. So I did some videos a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago, and I mean I've kind of documented the whole journey from mining, as far as I talked about it initially when I got the 1080 Ti's, and then I showed you me building the rigs and things like that. So what I want to do in this video is really just kind of bring you up to speed to where I am now. You know, I don't want to change my channel to it's just always about mining. Of course I don't. But I do want to give you guys an update, because a few people did ask about it. So, how I started in this, I kind of dipped my feet in it a little bit because I was buying a graphics card for, well, for many reasons, for gaming, for recording. I mean, I upload videos to YouTube, so you do need we don't need the best graphics card in the market, but it does help. You know, it reduces the time that it takes to encode your videos and things like that. And if you're live streaming, you do need a good GPU, you do need a good graphics card. So what I found out with the two graphics cards in my main PC, I disable the SLI, but if I know I'm going to be doing a live stream and I'm going to be gaming, I've found that putting them into SLI and works better. So what that means is I've got the two 1080 Ti's, I've got the bridge between them, and NVIDIA you can enable it and disable it, but what you need to do is if you enable the SLI, it means that the graphics cards kind of work in conjunction. Now that's better from a recording point of view because the OBS recording software will use the 1080 Ti's, and well, I can game and I can stream. It just seems to work out better. But to go off the top of SLI, the reason I'm saying that is because from a mining point of view, you don't want SLI, which is why the majority of the time I have SLI disabled. So I think I've made some mistakes, but I wouldn't really call them mistakes per se. You know, I think it's just like anything else with mining. There's a learning curve. There's, you know, and it's all these things, all these times you're being, you know, you're frustrated, you're getting driven up the wall. Actually, you know, long term, it's a good thing because it helps you figure out what the hell you're doing. So I think I did the right thing. I started off with NiceHash. I realised this was the idiot-friendly way to do it, and it really is. You just click start, and it works. That's you. You're mining. You're making money. It's a very simple way to do it. And there's a lot of arguments for you just using that anyway. You know what? My friend, he knows a lot about it, but he continues to use NiceHash simply because when he's ran the numbers, NiceHash still works out to be one of the best options, and it's just easy. You know, you can track things easily. You just one click with the software. Very, very simple to use. So, I mean, a lot of people criticise NiceHash, but I must admit it is very, very easy to use. It does pay close to what you would be getting trying other scripts and things like that as well. But I didn't want to just use NiceHash. I really wanted to learn more about it. So I'm glad I started with NiceHash because it was just a quick and easy way to get started. But what I've been using is Awesome Miner. Now I'll try and do a tutorial for you guys, but Awesome Miner is basically, it's a GUI, it's a graphical user interface, and it's simply like an overlay. So the reason I'm saying that is because you'll see lots of scripts being mentioned. I think there's Evacuator, there's Claymore, there's CC Miner, there's all these different applications. Certain ones work with certain algorithms. So with Ethereum, you maybe use Dual Claymore. With a NVIDIA type algorithm like Equihash, you maybe use CC Miner. And Awesome Miner handles all this for you. You know, you just select what you want to mine, what type of coin you want to mine, or what type of algorithm or which pool you want to mine, and that'll pick the correct what do you call it, script. That would pick the correct script, be it CC Miner, be it Dual Claymore, be it whatever, and then it loads it for you. It kind of just simplifies the process, and there are some people that just, instead of using Awesome Miner, they'll just load up CC Miner directly, but I really like Awesome Miner. I'll explain all this in a future video, but one of the reasons I like about it is because it just simplifies lots of things, but it also gives you complete control over everything as well. There's a few things that you can't do yet. For example, it's very difficult to disable a GPU. You need to put in all these commands and things like that, but it is, in my opinion, one of the best options out there, and the reason I like that is because you can check things in the cloud. So I can log on to my phone at any time, and when I log onto my phone, I can check how things are going. I can change what I'm mining. I can switch things, rigs on and off. I can reboot the computer, and all these things help. And as far as rebooting the computer, as far as tweaking things, I did spend a lot of time messing around to the point where things were crashing, and then I had to, you know, dial the graphics card back, and then change the programming. This isn't for everyone, that kind of thing. A lot of people aren't going to like tweaking things, but I must admit, through all of this kind of thing, I know much more now than I did 3 weeks ago, simply because I started doing things which I shouldn't do, and it really helped me see what I should be doing and what I shouldn't be doing. As far as, you know, maybe I set the graphics card settings too high. Now I know for if I'm mining in a different algorithm, well, I might need to change the settings of my GPU and things like that as well. As far as what I'm mining though, I mean, I know some of you guys might be following it. You know, it's hard not to avoid what's happening as far as Bitcoin that goes. When I first started doing the mining, Bitcoin was about 10 grand, and about 2 or 3 weeks later, it dropped down to under 5 grand at one point. So the value of Bitcoin plummeted. But you know, a few people said that when I did start doing this, like, oh, you're going to lose all your money, you're going to lose all your money. I didn't care, because all the price of Bitcoin was changing the return, the break-even point, the return on investment point. And you know, going with the 10 grand, I was going to break even about 3-4 months. But when the price started dropping down, I was looking at 7 months, 8 months, whatever. For me though, that isn't a problem. This wasn't something that I cared about, because this is something I see, you know, I'm going to be involved in for the next few years. Now, I might not be mining. I might at one point learn so much about the trading and things like that, where I'll switch to doing trading more, or maybe I'll just rent mining equipment and mine that way. I don't know what the future is going to hold. I just know that I want to be in the game, and this for me was the safest and most cautious way to get into cryptocurrency, because, you know, worst case scenario, you just sell the equipment. Might make a little bit of a loss, but it's nothing compared to just putting 10 grand in a coin and then it plummets. You know, I have taken the kind of the cautious route to all of this. So yes, it might take a little bit longer to break even, but I mean, I said I've got another YouTube channel, and I did a video about this, and first and foremost, the reason what I want to do with all of this is that I believe that cryptocurrency is here to stay, and I believe in the technology. I believe it's going to really change everything really on the internet in the next few years. It's going to change payments, it's going to change transactions, it's going to change ledgers, it's going to change things in ways that you wouldn't even think. The way that lawyers do business, the way that you buy a house. You know, you're going to cut out the middleman in a lot of situations, because you don't need, for example, buying a house, you'd maybe need a lawyer, and then you need to get the original documents, and you need to get all this. This could all be sorted with, you know, blockchain technology, with just one transaction, and then you can prove exactly who owns what. So there's a lot of practical applications of this. I think there's still some things that, you know, the industry is trying to find its feet, and there's still some things that they need to kind of tweak and adapt. And it will adapt according to the market, according to what governments do, according to what the market does. But I do believe in the technology. So to kind of go back to what I was saying earlier, you know, I started with NiceHash, and then I started with Awesome Miner. And with Awesome Miner, I was switching between all the different pools. I was switching between Mining Pool Hub and Hash Pool, Hash Refinery. And what these pools do is they just, they pull lots of different algorithms. And what Awesome Miner can do is profit switch. So it'll change, you know, I can set it to 5 minutes or 15 minutes or whatever. But if, you know, I'll check what's the best performing coin at a certain time. and then it'll change that, and then it'll, you know, it'll switch to that algorithm, then it'll switch to that one, it'll keep changing, and the idea is that you'll make the most overall. It does mean that you kind of split your money around a few different places, and you do also have to take into account that sometimes with profit switching, you are better just mining one particular coin. The reason being with that is because when you're profit switching, you know, you switch to this coin and you switch to that coin, but the profit switching is based on what was the best at that time. So if you set it, you know, check every 15 minutes, well, when you check at 15 minutes, this coin could be the most profitable coin. But then 5 minutes later, it might go down and something else is profitable. And then, you know, you've changed to something that was only profitable for a few minutes. Now, all these things, you know, you can track them and you can kind of over-analyze them as well. Long term, I think I maybe just mine one specific coin or two specific coins, but doing it on different rigs. And that's what I've been doing just now. You know, over the last week or so, I've been supporting a coin called Z Classic, which was forked from Zcash. And from Z Classic came another coin called Zencash. But Z Classic is forking again to a coin called Bitcoin Private. And essentially it's taken Bitcoin and it's taken the privacy features of Z Classic, which was Zcash. I don't want to bury doing too much of this, but essentially it's giving you a coin which is secure, and it's also going to give lots of privacy features, and this is something that a lot of people want. So I'm kind of taking a chance, because what it means is what I'm doing just now is mining for a few weeks free of charge, but what it means is when Bitcoin Private gets launched, when it gets forked in a few weeks, I will have hopefully like 20 coins, and if that launches at a good price, could be $100, could be $200, could be $500, no one really knows at this point, it's speculation, but if it launches at a good price, and if it keeps going up, then I will have made much more money than I would have just mining altcoins and converting to Bitcoin. What I'm saying is, long term and moving forward, I don't want to just mine and then just convert it to cash. What I want to do is do a little bit more research and take a chance with some of my investment as far as mining goes. Go with coins that are new, go with coins that have got a future, and try and get in there close to the beginning and do things that are, you know, just kind of mine and focus my energy and time and mining and everything into coins that I believe in, and we'll see how it goes. It's just one of those things. There's a lot of people. This is the thing that I found about cryptocurrency and mining. Everyone believes they're an expert, and they believe it. Maybe because someone picks a coin and it went up in price, they automatically think there's some sort of investment genius, other than they might have, you know, just got in at the right time with a particular coin. So you really do have to be careful with who you listen to, especially because when you read about a certain coin, you think, okay, should I mine this coin? Should I buy for this coin? The people who are investing in it, they're almost like emotionally invested in it as well, and they're like, no, this is the best thing ever, it's going to go up in price, don't you worry. So you need to really look at the negative and the positive stories and come to your own conclusion as to what to do. But as far as mining goes, I don't regret doing it. I'm really enjoying it. I just love a lot of it, actually. You know, I think it ties in with a lot of what I like. You know, I come from a mathematical background. I did mathematics at uni, did computing at university, software development as well. I like working with computers. I like looking at statistics and things like that. So in a weird way, I kind of enjoy it all. It's kind of weird. But, you know, from a money point of view, this is something that I think I will make money from long term. How much I make, I don't know. That, you know, that time will tell where that goes. But mining wise, I have been mining. I have still been making money. But at this point, I'm trying out something different. You know, going with a coin that's not been released yet. But when it was released, you know, I'll see whether that's worked out. Now, for any of you guys, if you've got any questions about mining, you know, you guys know you can ask me a question. I'll do my best to answer you. But as I said at the beginning of the video, I think that if you're looking to mine, if you're looking to make money through mining because you've got a graphics card, NiceHash is the obvious choice. Go to nicehash.com or miner.nicehash.com. You download the miner and you click start. It benchmarks your graphics card first, and then it does its stuff. That's it, and it pays you in Bitcoin. And then you can just, once you've been paid in Bitcoin, you can just withdraw to Coinbase. And with Coinbase, you can withdraw that Bitcoin in dollars, pounds, and euros, whatever. It's that easy. You know, I do think though, if you want to do this long term, you need to do your research, and you need to just try things. Try a new application, try a different script, try mining a different coin, try changing your graphics cards. For me, that is an essential part of mining. You really do need to look at what you need to do and what you don't need to do. And the best way to learn these things is to just do it. You will tear your hair out at one point. Granted, I don't have much left to tear, but you will tear it out at one point. Because you've done something wrong, your computer will crash and you're like, why am I doing this? But if long term you want to become more knowledgeable in the subject of mining and understanding how it all works, then I think this is something that you have to do. So I'll do another update for you guys in the future. As far as money goes, I don't want to get into too much into specifics. I haven't actually cashed out anything as yet. I think in 3 weeks or so I've probably made £900 or so, I think, in Bitcoin. Well, I've been cashing out in Ethereum as well, so I've got like a mixture, and I've got some money on Binance as well. Short term, all this money, I'm going to try and hold it, but I'm going to be cashing out at one point to pay for the hardware, and perhaps in the future invest in more. But I will do another video about this in the future, guys. If you get any questions about any of this, I can do a follow-up video soon or later. I'll just ask in the comment area, and I'll do my best to answer you. That's all I have to say about that. So thanks for watching, guys. My mining journey, I would say, is still kind of at the beginning. You know, I'm only like 3 or 4 weeks into it. In fact, I don't think I'm even 3 weeks into when I bought that hardware. So I'm still kind of at the start of the journey as far as mining goes. But I'm enjoying it. I believe in it. And I don't care if Bitcoin drops down to 3 grand. I don't care. I honestly don't care. You know, I believe in this technology. I think it's here to stay. Whether you like it or not, we're going to see over the next 2-3 years, you know, more coins coming out. We're going to see some die off, but we're going to see the technology mature over the next few years. And in the next few years, don't be surprised if you start seeing it being accepted by PayPal, by eBay, by Amazon. It's going to be adopted on a mass scale, and it will explode. So if you want to get in there early, now's the time. Thanks for watching, guys. As I said, please do leave a comment. Hope you've enjoyed the video, and I'll speak to you all very soon. Take care.